Hey, it's your boy Trey Cross, and I'm back. This week we're working on a hymn called "The Blood Will Never Lose Its Power." Okay. One of my things is I really want to not solely focus on hymns, but I really want to nail down hymns. Okay, because that can sometimes be the disconnect between new musicians and the churches they play at, or just in general, because a lot of times hymns are not passed down from generation to generation like they should be, especially as a musician. So I really want to make sure that you know your hymns. All right. So the blood will never lose its power. I'm going to show you this one in C sharp. All right. All right. So that's it. That's the whole song. That's the whole hymn. Hymns are simple. Hymns are really simple. You just have to know them, okay? So I'm gonna really do everything in my power to make sure that you know your hymns and have access to learning them. So let's break it down. So the first part is I play the five. I'm in C sharp. I play the five on with my pointer finger. So the reason I'm playing that five is for melody purposes. So that's all it is. And then you go to the one on the one major chord. One major chord first inversion. Okay? Then we go to the five on the left hand. Okay? And then on the right hand, we're going to play the one major chord, the one major root chord. And what we're going to do, we're going to play this and we're going to take everything down a half step. So then we're going to go to C major and G on. It's almost like we're going to go to the five and play the one major in C. So take everything down a half step and then go back up. Okay. And then when we go back up, C major chord, C major root chord again over five. So it's okay. Then you're gonna go to the four on the four major chord, second inversion, and then to the one major chord, first inversion on the one. Okay. Then you're gonna go to the three. And what you're playing is the three major chord first inversion, which is F major. All right. Okay. So it's so far we got then we're gonna do this progression. On the left hand is 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6. Okay, that's 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6. So on the right hand, I'm sorry. So on 3, we're gonna play F major or 3 major, second inversion. Okay, and then on the sharp 4, we're gonna play the okay, so put it this way. Here's how we're gonna do it. You can either look at this as the C sharp diminished, and this is not only a diminished, but it's a diminished 7th, and I'll show you why in a second. So you can call this a C sharp diminished 7th, or you could just call it a you can call it a G diminished or a sharp 4 diminished. So it's probably easier to call it a sharp 4 diminished, so then when you go to play this song in another key, you already know. But the thing is, just remember where the sharp 4 is. It's on G. It's on the second to the last note. Okay? Alright? And this the same thing with the sharp 5. It's gonna be a sharp 5 diminished as well. Okay, and then on the 6, you're gonna play the 6 minor chord second inversion. Alright? So that progression again is 3 on 3 major chord, second inversion, sharp 4 diminished 7th. Okay? Sharp 5 diminished 7th. 6 major second inversion. Alright, so let me break that down real quick. Okay, with the diminished part. So normally, so let me tell you something about diminished chords so it doesn't get confusing. I don't think I broke this down yet. Diminished chords, there are actually only 4 diminished chords. But see, if you do the math, you understand there are only 4 diminished chords. However, it seems like it's 12, but the reason it's only 4 it's only 4 diminished 7th chords, because if you think about it, all 4 of them have 4 notes. So 3 times 4 is 12, because there are only 12 notes. All right, let me say that again. Your diminished 7th chords, and what makes them a diminished 7th? Let's say we're playing a C diminished. So what we do, whatever diminished chord you're playing, you just add the 7 of the key that you're in. All right. So that's how you come up with it being a diminished 7th. Okay. Okay. And just always know that in order to get the way I learned how to play the diminished 7th chord is I looked at the notes that were between them all. So alright, so let's look at this C sharp diminished. Okay, C sharp, between C sharp and E is 2 notes. Between E and G, you have 2 notes. Okay? Between G and B flat, you have 2 notes. All of the diminished 7 chords feel the exact same way. See? There's always 2 notes in between each note. So you can just go on and do this all day long. So look, F sharp diminished 7th, F sharp diminished 7th, F sharp diminished 7th, F sharp diminished 7th. Okay? C diminished 7th, C diminished diminished seventh, C diminished seventh, C diminished seventh, E flat diminished seventh, E flat diminished seventh, E flat diminished seventh. And so basically, with the diminished seventh chord, all four notes, those notes are the ones that share that chord. So you can call this a C sharp diminished seventh, or you can call it a you can call it a E diminished seventh, or G diminished seventh, or B flat diminished seventh. Okay, so anyway, that's how you come up with that diminished seventh. Now, the whole purpose of theory is to really help you learn. But when you play, you don't really focus on theory. You just play what you know. Okay, play what you feel, what you know. All right. So, where was I? Okay. And then we go to the 5 on the 1 major. Okay, 1 major first inversion. Then we're gonna go to the 4 on the 4 major chord. And then if you'll hear it, a lot of times I just play the melody in the right hand. Diminished. You see how we got that G diminished? You can call it a G diminished to make it easier. Okay. 5 on 5 major chord. The 5 major. What's that? I'm sorry. Second inversion. No, I'm sorry. 5 on the 1 major chord, second inversion. And then on 6, we're going to the 4 major chord, first inversion, and then we're going to do that diminished chord on 6. Okay, that's going to be that. We can call this a A flat diminished or 5 diminished. Okay. Now, another progression. This is an old school progression. 2, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 1. Okay. 2, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 1. All right. And I like to lead in with that E flat F or that 2, 3. Okay, so that's going to be a 4 major chord on 2, first inversion. 1 major chord, second inversion on 3. And then on the 4, we're going to play the 2 minor chord on F sharp on 3. Then you're going to play the sharp 4 with this sharp 4 diminished. You see that G? And then you're going to, on the 5, you're going to play the 5 major chord. 5 major chord, first inversion. I'm sorry, 5 major chord, second inversion. And then you're going to play the 1 major chord, first inversion. Alright? So, it's like a walk up. Okay. All right. Second part. And it reaches. All right. So, and it reaches starts on the 5. 5 major root chord. And then we're going to play a passing chord to fill it up a little bit, which is going to be a diminish. So 5 major root chord on 5. And then let's play that E flat diminished 7th. And I play that 1, 2, that C sharp E flat for the melody. And it reaches. And then you go to the 1. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, so go back. Then you go to the 1 chord first inversion. I'm sorry, second inversion. And then you do it again. And it reaches to the 5. E flat diminished 7th. 1, 2, C sharp, E flat. And then you go back to the 1 major chord, second inversion. And then you're going to go to the 4. This is going to sound a little like preaching chords a little bit. 4 major chord, root chord. Okay. Sharp 4 on the left. Sharp 4 diminished. 5. And this is going to be the 1 major chord, 1 major second inversion. And then you're going to go to the 6. That E flat, that 1, 2, that 2, 3. So what I just did right there, I already showed you that. Okay, that's basically the 4 major chord, and then you play that diminished chord. You can call that an F diminished 7th. Then I do that little leading thing again, and then you do the walk up again. Some churches do this song real slow, and then they'll pick it up. You can bounce it. So let me show you this chord. So this chord right here, and that I'm gonna play on the I'm gonna play this on the sharp 4 bass note. So this chord is basically okay, this is like playing a B flat major chord, but instead of flattening the 3 to make it a minor chord, you're gonna suspend it or raise it. A lot of people call it a sus, suspended. Call it a B flat sus. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the 5 and we're gonna put it at the bottom. Okay, so that's what that is. B flat sus. So that's it. If you got any questions, go below this video and leave them, and I will answer them as soon as possible.